This week, we're investigating the adverts in my Scrabble game. Prepare yourselves. We're going deep. So a few weeks ago, I told you about how I was enjoying playing Scrabble on my iPhone, and it's still going pretty well. Some of my stats have dropped. I've gone down, my average word score's gone down from 23 to 22, but I am still getting plenty of bingos. And also, I got my best ever bingo recently. It was a double, triple letter word worth 158, and on top of that, it was a swear. I was really proud of myself. But what I really want to talk about this week is the ads. There's a school of thought out there that Siri, the tiny little person that lives in our iPhones, is listening in to our conversations at all times and looking out for little keywords that it can then pass on to advertisers so that they can target their ads directly to us. They're kind of spying on us. Siri's spying on us all the time. That's the theory. And I wanted to sort of see whether that might be true. And I did actually find some evidence that it might be. For example, there was one day last week where my wife said to me that her company might be doing a new scheme where they would give employees money to buy a bike so they can cycle to work rather than use public transport. And later that day, I got this ad. Yeah, it's a thing for holding your phone on your bike, basically, so you can still play Scrabble or live tweet about your bike journey while you're riding, precariously through traffic. And yes, it even has a high-intensity doorbell with 2 modes. Bikes don't have any doors. At other times, though, I'm not sure whether Siri's listening to me at all, and sometimes she seems to be quite literally just phoning it in. Because a lot of the ads that I got in the last week seem to be aimed at someone who's much older than me. Take a look at this one, for example, about back pain. I mean, it looks like something that you could just do with a pillow. But I like this young guy at the end. He's providing incontrovertible proof that this thing works by slouching in a big t-shirt in bad lighting in one pic and standing straight in a tight t-shirt in nicer lighting in another. I'm sold! Then there's this knee brace thing, which reckons it makes you feel like you're walking on the moon, which seems unlikely. And I get a lot of these photo ones too, because older people love photos, don't they? And all bases are covered. There's an app for people who want print copies of their digital photos, and there's an app for people who want digital copies of their print photos. Photos! Of course, it could be nothing to do with Siri, and the ads on Scrabble are just tailored towards the kind of people that play Scrabble on iPhones, and this week, quite often it seemed to be that those people tend to be women. I've had a couple of diet ads, which are definitely aimed, these ones are definitely aimed towards women, and are properly weird. Here's the first one. It's got almost no information on it. Just drink a cup of something and your stomach will then shrink while you sleep, as long as you sleep in a really uncomfortable position on a hard chair. But also, it's not even sure about that. Look, it's got a question mark. It doesn't even believe it works itself. At the end, it says Oprah's been giving it out, so, that's fine. And then there's this one, which I've no idea what it's supposed to be, but it seems to be some radical thing that tells you not to eat junk food or drink alcohol every day. What I like best, though, are this lady's dieting clothes. Tight t-shirt, shorts, and obviously, high heels. Perfect for dieting in. Then I had a day where Siri must have heard me talking about feet or something, because I just got loads of ads talking about feet. First there was this one about nails. Solve your smelly and brittle nail problems now! I've got to say, I've never really thought about my toenails being brittle and smelly, but now I'm really worrying about it. Still, it says you can treat them instantly, and the graphics seems to show it will be instant, which is amazing. But my favourite foot-based ad has to be for the vacuum automatic adsorption foot grinder. Yeah, I'll be honest, I thought adsorption might be a typo, but I looked it up and it's not, it's a real word. It means the process by which a solid holds molecules of a gas or liquid or solute as a thin film. So I really learned something this week. Some of this ad is horrendous though. Yeah, look at that gross pile of dead skin. I mean, we all grate our feet, don't we? This is a huge issue. But with a vacuum automatic adsorption foot grinder, the great thing is you can put those gross piles of dead skin directly into a bin that does not have a bin liner in it. One bit I don't get about this ad though is this. Does not stain the floor. Because my first worry about the vacuum automatic adsorption foot grinder was whether it was going to leave unsightly marks on our expensive bamboo flooring. I did get some ads that seemed to be aimed at males though, a lot of barbecue stuff actually, so Siri must have heard me talking about firing up our little garden bucket barbecue thing we've got. But mainly they were for barbecue mats, which I'll be honest, I'd never heard of before, but now I am all over them. These ads are great because they're the kind that show examples of worst case scenarios like food comically disintegrating and stuff. But also, my world has been turned upside down because with a grill mat, you can fry eggs and even pancakes on the barbie. For years I've been thinking, yeah, fried or poached eggs are all well and good, but wouldn't they be better barbecued? Except I can't barbecue them, can I? Because barbecues use grills and they've got holes in them and eggs are just going to drop through. But no more. Now we've got the grill mat. That means when I want an egg in the morning, all I have to do is get up really early, go outside, fire up the barbecue, wait till it gets really hot, get my grill mat, put the grill mat on, and then barbecue my egg for that great charcoal taste. But just as I was thinking that all the ads I've been getting have been aimed at a much older demographic, I was saved by this, a game called Campus. Yeah, in this game you force a sexy cartoon woman into some kind of sauna and then, and this feels a bit like a form of torture, turn the temperature up as if you're cooking her until she takes her clothes off. But you know, despite getting you all turned on, you don't get to see her naked. The makers of this game are very much on the side of #MeToo. But if you thought that Campus was just sort of horrific, pathetic, titillating tat, out of step with modern society, you'd be wrong, because it's also educational. Look, if you can do math, you can decide which sexy campus girl to get naked pixelated. So in a way, this game is doing some genuine good for the world. But now we come to the climax of this week's vlog, and it's my favourite 4 ads that I've been getting this week. I think if we all think about it, it's pretty obvious that we are probably living in some kind of simulation. All the signs are there, aren't they? Certain world leaders, pandemics, the existence of the internet, Robbie Knox having 70,000 YouTube subscribers, that kind of thing. But if we needed any more signs that we're living in a simulation, that I am merely a brain floating in some kind of jar and none of you are real, it's these crazy ads. Here's the first one, it's a quick one. This is an ad for some Apple earbuds, but it's properly weird. The entire ad is literally just showing us that they've got loads and loads and loads of the product they're selling. Nothing about what it is, they're just telling us they've got loads of it. Look at it, piled up everywhere, on the table, on the floor. Order from us, they're saying, we've got tons of the bastards. Great, more ads should be like that. Then there's this ad, which is for a small plane. I pressed record late, so you missed that guy throwing it on the floor to prove how durable it is before stamping on it and then drowning it. Yeah, and look, it's quite impressive, you know, it sort of flies off. Sort of looks like the place where they filmed Superman 3 in a canyon somewhere. Not sure why a plane needs to climb a hill if it can fly over them, but you know, climbs hills just in case. And remember, get your here now as soon as possible. I mean, no one's checked that, have they? Then this, a laser. As you can see, it's a most powerful light, astronomy blue laser. Okay, what do you use it for? It pops balloons, saws through tape, it starts fires, it can write in plastic, it can make matches produce fire. Look at the fun any harmless pyromaniac can have with this thing. Essentially, it seems to be some kind of really thin lightsaber. Now, I would have really loved one of those when I was a kid, but it would have been insane to give me one. And finally, the telescope. I mean, telescopes are brilliant, aren't they? You know, they're for stargazing. but looking to the heavens. Or maybe if you're a birder, for bird watching and looking up close at the beauty of nature. Yeah, this one's a bit different though, it's a night vision telescope. And as you can see, it's marketed exclusively for pervs who want to look at women from a long way away, at dusk. Yeah, okay, it can look at the moon too. And planes. But you know, it's mainly for spotting hotties from miles away and spying on hotties with their mums, probably while hiding in some bushes. There you go, find a beauty in life, it says. And by that, it literally means find some hot women to spy on from a very safe distance, so you've got much less chance of being arrested for being a perv. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on These Are the Ads That I've Been Seeing on my Scrabble game on my iPhone this week. Bye!